late night live. Late night live. Well, I guess it ain't that late. It's late for me. See who we can get in here. See who we can get in here on this ride. Yo, what it do, Malachi? What it do? Got a late night live for you. I guess it ain't that late. I've been at work since about 7:30, so you know, I'm on my grind mode type stuff. Got to get this money when you can get it. What's happening? You know, you're not supposed to be drinking. I'm on that water. I'm on that good water. But Wink, the new coach, was it Wink Martindale? I think it's a good hire. I think it was a good and a smart hire. You know, because you wanted to keep the continuity that you already had in place with Jesse Minter, Mike McDonald, and those dudes. Now, you wanted to get somebody in the same coaching tree. So if you couldn't get, you know, exactly who you wanted, who better than to get the guy that pretty much started that scheme of defense? He started the scheme. So who better to get than him? And what I'm thinking, since he's older, he's like 60, you can have him teach Clink. So if he wants to be defensive coordinator, who better to learn it from? You've already learned from Mike McDonald and Jesse Minter. Now you learn it from the actual architect of the defense. To me, after a couple years, Clink should be ready to take over as full defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that was a smart hire. And that's why I have faith in Sharon Moore, because he's not a dumb dude. Like, you don't get to be where he is by being dumb and having the faith of Harbaugh. People can say what they want about Harbaugh being quirky and being goofy. When it comes to football, this dude was born in it. Like, his dad was a coach and coached college, and you know. So Harbaugh is not stupid. He wasn't just gonna give Sharon Moore his blessing and Sharon not be prepared to actually be the head coach at Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So Sharon did his due diligence on trying to keep the same scheme, and you know, he found the architect of the scheme. So that was a good hire to me. You know, and also because you didn't want to. The defense is going to carry us next year. I think we all kind of know that by who's returning and what's left. Mainly, you mainly got your returning starters and guys that played a lot on defense. So for us to have a good season, or maybe even a great season next year, we don't know just yet. You had to keep the defensive scheme in place, because if you change the defensive scheme, now guys have to learn a new scheme, and it takes time to learn a new scheme. We don't got time to learn nothing new next year. We don't have the time to learn a new scheme next year, because you got Texas week 2 with Quinn Ewers and Sarkisian coming in. You ain't got time to learn no new scheme. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you would have had all new, if most of those defensive players would have left, then maybe you could have just said, okay, we're gonna start over with a new defensive coordinator, because it don't matter. You got a whole new set of players that gotta, you know, get accustomed to starting, and they gotta learn the scheme anyway. So I think it was smart, because you don't want to, you know, you got these people thinking we're gonna be garbage. Let them think that, you know, but we know what we're bringing back. So retain the scheme so we can maybe mess around and win another title. I know everybody's counting us out. I heard Klink wanted to leave, but Chargers didn't want to pay the buyout. I didn't hear that. In my opinion, Ravens defense is only as good as the one wielding it and calling it. It's so flexible in terms of what you can do with it that it molds to the personality of the caller. Yeah. Facts, great hire. He can teach Klink now. Ohio State does the same thing. Day gets his twin brother, Chip Kelly, off the old block. Chip off the old block. Ohio State learned nothing. They were going to throw that ball around like always. Yeah. That Raven scheme, that scheme that he was the architect of, it's kind of taken the NFL, and it took college by storm last year, since you saw what we did with Jesse Minter. So that scheme right now is kind of what everybody wants to be. Everybody wants to, everybody that's kind of had ties to that defense is having success right now. Whether that's Kansas City D-line coach, they're beasting. Jesse Minter, Mike McDonald, I know you're gonna have the Ohio State fans talking about Wink was on the Giants last year. The Giants were garbage. Well, you still need the talent. You still need the horses to have a good defense. The Giants is just a mess altogether. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't saying much. Y'all will be the same ones saying that we're saying when Mike McDonald went back to Baltimore and we hired Jesse Minter, y'all didn't do y'all due diligence, and y'all was saying, "Oh, he came from Vanderbilt. You guys are hiring Vanderbilt's defensive coordinator. Their defense was trash." And then I sat up there and told y'all he came from the same coaching tree. But y'all, they don't be listening. Fast forward 2 years, we getting our ring finger sized. It's like they don't learn. It's like they don't learn from they do the same thing every year, rinse and repeat. Like, do your due diligence. But hey, they gonna do what they do. They'll have to learn the hard way when our defense is smacking them in the mouth again, and then they looking like, how's their defense this good again? They're cheating. They're cheating. Like they don't learn. Was I supposed to turn right there? No. But yeah, they don't, you got to do your due diligence on these coaching hires and who you bring in. And Sharon did that. So we getting ready to lock and load again. We getting ready to lock and load. The staff is coming together, and it's getting ready to lock and load. The only thing that we're really trying to figure out now is who's that quarterback going to be. And I know Sharon or Kirk Campbell said they're going to be, he said they're going to be, ain't no light shining in here. You can't see me. All you see is my teeth. But Kirk Campbell said it's an open competition. It's anybody's job, which I believe him. Right now, I believe him. It is an open job. Everybody's got a chance because nobody's shown enough to say, all right, this is your job. Alex Orji, he's a freak of nature, but still got to see him throw, consistently. Davis Warren, he was the one that stuck out like last year, I would say, but they say he got dinged up a lot. He was dinged up most of this year. That's why you didn't really see him. If he's healthy and if he's growing in the offense, he might mess around and be the starter if we don't get a transfer guy, if we don't get somebody out of the portal. I ain't gonna front. But Davis Warren he got a lot to work with. to me, he's probably the best passer on the team currently. I know somebody might say Denegal, and you might be right, but from what I've seen out of Davis Warren, he might be the nicest one, but sometimes in the game he ain't look all that, so I guess it's all speculation at this point, but dude is kind of nice to me, so I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get a transfer guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he might take this job. I forgot about him until I was reading up on some articles, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about little Davis. Dude, I forgot about two last names. He got two last names. That's wild. Davis Warren. But yeah, he might mess around and sneak the job but it's still early. We got to see who comes out of the transfer portal. But the quarterback is the last chip to fall to see. Once we get that quarterback, who we going to figure out who's going to lead this team. We locked and loaded. We locked and loaded. So it's coming in, everything's coming together nice, and that's why I was saying calm down. Don't stress. Let Sharon do his job. It takes time to hire these coordinators. If you hire them too fast, you might make a mistake. We can't afford no mistake not going into this year. Everybody already waiting on us to fall. So, we just sit back, relax, make the right hires, and let's get ready for a championship season in 2024. We got what we got. I was looking at the schedule earlier because we got USC, and this isn't in order. We got Texas, USC, Oregon, and Ohio State. Washington, we should be able to handle them. Their program is in shambles. People trying to talk about Michigan is in shambles. No, Washington is in shambles. They're in shambles. We're not in shambles, but they are. DeBoer, he left them. Now, whoever took the job for DeBoer in Washington, now he's got a job on his hands because he dipped out so fast. The players said he ain't say nothing. They say he just dipped. Like, I ain't giving no goodbye, farewell. So long. Thank you, stepping stone. I'm gone. I'm going to Bama. They got a lot of 5-star recruits. He ain't kissing bye, no shaking no hands. I'm out of here. I holla. But yeah, so it's just gonna be big too. I'm not sure who USC's new quarterback is, because since Caleb is gone, they got a new defensive coordinator. We'll see. It takes time. It takes time to install a new defense. It takes time. So we'll see about that. Oregon's the real game. I mean, Ohio State is Ohio State. That's because I know I'm gonna have Ohio State fan. You saying Oregon? Calm down, buddy. The game is the game. That doesn't even have to be said that we gotta play Ohio State and worry about y'all. But Oregon is the real one. Oregon and Texas. You know what I'm saying? The Texas one, not so much. We can lose to Texas. Not saying that we will or that we want to, but we're talking about in conference. So we could lose against Texas and it won't hurt us in conference. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to lose to USC, Oregon, and Ohio State, of course. You know what I'm saying? Those will hurt us in conference trying to make the championship. So those are the big ones. So honestly, we got a tough schedule, but it ain't that bad since we don't have Penn State. It's not as bad. Michigan State is probably still in shambles, so that ain't too much to worry about with them. So it's really that USC, Oregon, Ohio State. You know, Oregon gonna be tough for what they do and what they got in place. They gonna be kind of tough. So we'll see. But we getting locked and loaded. So hey, what we got coming back on defense? Knock on wood, nobody transfers. It really don't. Hey, I believe our defense can keep us in any game. You know what I'm saying? Long as we retain who we got right now and we don't get hit hard by the injury bug, which, you know, injuries can always happen. You just kind of hope for the best on that front. But to me, I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know about y'all. I'm feeling pretty good. I was already feeling good since we the champs. No matter what anyone wants to say, you cheated. You guys are cheated. You know, I be on Facebook and it's Ohio State fans are wild, boy. They living and dying with that cheat stuff. That cheating stuff, they living and dying with it. Like, bro. They living and dying with it. Every day I see they done made some new AI post, or, you know, they making the AI do you got the AI, so you doing your, what you call it, you can make the pictures and all that type of stuff. They coming up with some crazy stuff. Hey, them Ohio State fans coming up with some crazy stuff on Facebook talking about this cheating. And, you know, it's funny because that's all they can hold on to. They don't even talk about really the team that they got coming. They done kind of leveled out on talking about the upcoming team that they're fielding. They done kind of leveled out on that talk. Now they talking about they back on the cheating stuff. like they on the cheating stuff full time now. Like that's all we just talk about this cheating. They on that full time. Like that's all they want to talk about. And oh, you all cheated. Oh, they just vacated. Oh, you cheated. I'm like, bro. Y'all need to stop. Woo. Boy, that fan base, man. You would have never thought that Ohio State would be like this after 3 years. From where we were 2020, you would have never thought that we would have their fan base where they're at right now. It's priceless to see them in this cheating, and that's all they can hold on to. All they can hold on to is the cheating, and our program is in shambles. We lost players, so we're gonna be bad. You know, that's all they can hold on to. It's crazy. And those of y'all that watched me 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and I used to always say, things don't stay the same forever. Things don't stay the same. Like, hammer time coming. Ohio State fans got the liquor booming. Stop hammer time. Oh, here you go, Trepper. Hammer time. That's what y'all calling yourself now? That's what y'all calling yourself? Hammer time. Stop. Hammer time. Oh. That's what y'all calling yourself. Is y'all go so this year in the pregame huddle, y'all gonna have the hammer pants on. Y'all gonna break out the y'all gonna have y'all pads and stuff under the hammer pants, and then y'all gonna rip them off. So y'all gonna be go Jenkins. Oh. Oh boy, you don't get me started, bro. I done had a long don't get me started, bro. I done had a long day at work. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this trolling. Now you know I'm gonna get you. Now you know don't get me started, bro. Now, I done had a long day. I done worked about 12 hours. Now here you go, putting some crazy stuff in there. And I don't know why y'all be trying me with this crazy stuff y'all be saying. You rival fans. I don't know why y'all, out of everybody on YouTube, I should be the last one that you want to put some crazy stuff in the chat. I don't know. I should be the last person. You should be like, I ain't gonna try Johnny. Like, I ain't gonna try. But it never fails. It never fails. Like somebody go put some crazy. And I'm driving, so I just might so happen to look, and here you go talking about some stop hammer time. Oh, come on, man. That's the best. Now we just stopped laughing at the Purple Rain, but we just stopped laughing at the Purple Rain dude like last week or something. Now here you go talking about some stop hammer time. Y'all bringing the hammer, huh? Y'all hammer time. That's okay. That's y'all. That's y'all chant. Okay. Okay. I can't even barely breathe messing with you in this hammer time, bro. Come on. I had to drink some water to that, bro, because that was wild. But I don't even remember what I was talking about, because you came with that crazy slogan of yours. I ain't talking about some hammer time. Yo, get out of here. But yeah, I think I was talking about the quarterbacks. But yeah, so we locked and loaded, and we getting ready for the year. The last chip to fall is who the quarterback is going to be. You know, so that's the big thing. But to me, I'm feeling good though, because I'm looking at what the landscape is, and a lot of people are thinking we just gonna be so bad, and we do have a tough schedule. But when I take a closer look at it, it's not as tough to me as people want to say. Now, I could be wrong, I could be right, but to me, it's not as tough as they want to say, because Washington is in shambles. We better not lose. We better not lose to Washington, for one. So to me, it's really USC, and we'll see about their defense and their new quarterback, and also Oregon, which I ain't gonna front. Oregon, because Oregon, to me, their defense surprises me. I think their defense is better than they get credit for. It seems like it. Maybe it just seems like it. I have to pull up the numbers to know exactly for sure, but to me, it seems like their defense is good. You know, they seem like they fly around, you know. But then again, they lost to Washington twice, you know, so maybe that's just Pac-12. Maybe they look better because they in the Pac-12, or they were in the Pac-12. So, you know, we'll see. But yeah, everything's coming together, and I'm just right now, now that the staff is really in place, I'm just hoping these dudes are locked in to get better. This is the time, because this is the real time. And I hope, and you know that now that Blake is gone, I hope that they learn, a lot of those dudes learn from Blake about, you know, setting a goal for the offseason. And this is one thing I was wrong about, because early in the season I was complaining about Blake adding that weight, and I was saying I'm not sure if he should be adding that weight, but that's why I'm driving my car from work, and Blake on his way to the NFL, and the coaches who I'm sure they co-signed on him gaining that weight, because from the 5 on in, Blake was a touchdown machine this year. That man was a touchdown machine. Now, part of that is the offensive line, but for the most part, he added that extra weight, so he was harder to tackle. Short yardage, you ain't stopping me. From the 5 on in, you ain't stopping me. So I'm hoping that the players saw that and they set those goals for themselves on how they can improve. You know what I'm saying? Like, really taking that to heart. How can I improve? What do I need to do to help this team win? Because honestly, Blake probably didn't need to gain that weight, but he needed to gain it for him to be that short yardage back that we needed. You know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of a problem sometimes, those short yards in 2022, because he wasn't as heavy. So in 2023, it became a real strength, and our red zone offense was pretty amazing this year. It was pretty. I mean, it was hammer time. I mean, once we got in the red zone, it was stop, hammer time. You know what I'm saying? So that was the thing. So that was beautiful. And hey, I'll admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. Hey, especially I love being wrong when it results in a championship and 27 touchdowns. I love being wrong then. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time to everybody focus in. We ain't going nowhere. Lock in. All right, now it's time to get better. Everybody who. How can I get better? Do I need to get stronger? Do I need to work on my technique? Do I need to add more muscle? Do I need to lose weight? Now's the time to establish those goals and to get better as a team. Everybody. Because that's the big thing about the offseason is, are your players getting better? And we know Michigan has great player development. But that's the big thing. Are you getting better? Are you getting bigger, stronger, faster? So, that's the big thing, and that's what I like to see. Who's putting that work in? Who's putting that work in? Towins Token says, imagine being on an up-and-coming Michigan channel with 4K subs regularly as an OSU fan. Yo, this dude, Whistleblow Bowser, has been talking crazy about you. He's making videos saying some really wild stuff. What's his name? White Bowser. I'm going to have to look him up. White Bowser. I've never heard of this dude. But y'all know I love to cook. Y'all know I love to cook. White Bowser. I'm going to have to look this dude up. I never heard of him. You say, if you being for real, you say he's been talking stuff about me? That's crazy. I make Ohio State fans mad. I make a lot of people mad, honestly, because people hate that I enjoy what I do, when I'm doing this. That I don't have a ton of subscribers. I'm just, I get on here and I talk my stuff, but I enjoy it. I say stuff and people hate that I laugh at my own jokes. People hate that. People hate that I say stuff and I laugh at it. My girl gets mad at me sometimes when I do that. Like, it wasn't it. So it's funny. It's funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. To me it is. I'm saying stuff that's funny to me. I hope it's funny to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it bothers people that, that I do that. But it also bothers them that I'm right a lot of the times. That's what really bothers a lot of people, that I'm right. And then I'm laughing and I'm saying it in a harsh way. So I rub a lot of people the wrong way, honestly. I was on the Minister Sports, because when we were losing, I had a lot of Ohio State fans because they like to watch my pain. But now that we're winning, and I'm enjoying that we're winning because I was there when we were losing. So if you get tired of me, you can go back and watch me sad and mad and hollering and all that stuff, in pain. You can go watch that stuff. It's on my channel. You know what I'm saying? But now that we're winning and I'm having a blast with it, and I'm talking stuff with it, they in their feelings. I don't care, because I'm gonna enjoy it, because you never know, we might lose to Ohio State this year, and then I'm gonna be mad again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna enjoy every last second of it, because I remember when we were 2020, when it was 2020 and we were boo-boo, and I was calling for dudes to get fired, especially Don Brown. I even made a video calling for Harbaugh to be fired. I remember all this stuff. I remember 2019 when Ohio State scored 60 on us, in 2018 and they scored 50 or 60. I remember all this stuff. You think I ain't finna enjoy myself and laugh it up? You crazy. Boy, I'm finna have fun. I'm on here to have fun. I ain't got nobody censoring me. Don't say this. Oh, you're too aggressive. You're talking a little too aggressive. Nah. So when I get on here, I'm gonna enjoy myself and have fun and laugh it up with y'all. Definitely. Hammer time. It's hammer time, man. Everybody say hammer time. What does that even mean? Stop hammer time. Out of all the references that you could have pulled to make Ohio State's 2024 slogan, you picked hammer time. That's wild. When did hammer come out? If you young, you probably don't even know what we laughing at or talking about. But that's a reference from MC Hammer from like 1993 or something. It was early 90s, boy. Wow. You wild for that, boy. Trepper, you wild. You wild for that, Trevor. I ain't gonna front. We'll stop hammer time. Well, you wild for that. You is wild, man. That was wild. Gracie Miller wants a shout out. I done forgot the dude name you said already. White Bowser. I'm trying to remember that name. Hold on, I'm finna come to a stop. I told you them Ohio State guys are late. What's up, Gracie Miller? My laugh. But yeah, I'm on. Ooh, that whoever's behind me is blowing our eyes out. But don't y'all hate the dudes in those big trucks with the super bright lights? Like, bro, what are you trying to prove with these lights, man? Like what you trying to prove? That you can blind everybody and make us almost wreck? Like, what you trying to prove with these super bright floodlights and stuff? Like, what you trying to prove, man? We get it. You got a big truck. We get it. But yeah, I just rub people the wrong way. Some people, The bright lights. But yeah, I rub people the wrong way, especially if you're a rival. But I was cooking people. Whoo. You talking about cooking. Kangaroo Jack, ain't that his name? The Bama. I tried to collab with him, but he didn't want to have nothing to do with it. But I was cooking him in his comments because I tried to tell him because he's more of a homer. He don't want to really have real conversations. He's more of an Alabama homer. You know what I'm saying? But people in the chat, our rivals, I was cooking everybody this year. Like if you was getting out of hand, I was letting you have it. Like I was letting you have it, boy. That live that I had about who was that? Before the Alabama game, I did that live and I was hammering them, talking about how many sacks they gave up and all that stuff. And it was everything that I said just came true. I told them Nick Saban was this could be his last year, so y'all might want to humble yourself, and it came true. I told Ohio State fans, JTT and Jack Sawyer ain't that. Y'all not Penn State. Y'all don't get sacks. So I don't know why y'all feeling so like y'all just gonna have a sack party talking about how bad Barnhart is and stuff. Y'all don't have what they have. So that showed to be true. They had one sack from a D tackle. You know what I'm saying? I did those car lives before the Washington game, and was talking about we probably gonna get him a controlled butt whooping. That happened, So hey, I was cooking right with the team. I was cooking right with them. It was a team effort. Y'all cook them on the field, I'm cooking them online for y'all. We cooking everybody. You know what I'm saying? It was a beautiful thing. This was a beautiful year. Y'all cook them on the field and I'm gonna cook them online for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it was beautiful, but I make people mad, because I don't care. I just say what I'm thinking. I just tell you what I'm thinking. It could be wrong, it could be right. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat crow. I don't care. That's the thing about me. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Hopefully it's something good for our team, then I like to admit it. But if I'm just wrong in general, I'll admit it. Even if it's just with the game plan and how a game plays out. So. But I'm gonna try to look up whoever you talking about if they actually talking about me. I'll get on here and cook them. That's my pleasure. That's my pleasure getting on here cooking. You never know what I might see online and then just get on here and start chopping it up and start cooking somebody. It's like I can't get away from this bright light dude. Like I changed lanes. He where you going? Get back. I got the brightest lights on the streets. I know, brother. I get it. Just get away from me, please. I get it. You got the bright lights, man. I'm trying to get away from him. Every time I change lanes, here he comes. I can't get away from this guy. But yeah, so I'm almost to the crib, but this is why I said calm down. Just let Sharon do his job, and it takes time to hire these guys. It takes time to hire these guys and, to get the right guys in place for the staff for the new year. But, I'm feeling good, All these teams thinking it's a game, we'll find out, But the last piece, if we get a transfer guy that we know can fit our scheme, or either the spring game and then we slowly start to see who's the guy. The last piece is just that quarterback to get locked in. Everything else I'm really not worried about. I'm really not worried about nothing else. It's the last missing piece to the puzzle before I can really start just really hammering and talking stuff, because I'm coming with hammer time I'm gonna take you already know we finna take that slogan. You know I'm coming with hammer time, so that's the you know I'm coming with hammer time. So once we get our quarterback in place, I'm hammering everybody. You know, I'm coming with that hammer. You know, I don't know where I don't win a back way in my apartments. You ever get lost in your own apartments? I done took the back way. I don't know where I'm at. But yeah, you know, that's the last piece, you know, before I can really get comfortable and start getting real cocky. I'm already cocky because I know what the defense is bringing back, you know, so I'm already cocky and confident. Now we got the architect of the defensive scheme, so I'm feeling good. The players know, okay, we got what we want. We got this in place. Cool. So I'm just waiting on that quarterback. Once we figure that out, find who's going to be the starter, it's a wrap. And I don't mind if it's Orgy. I don't mind if it's Orgy or the other guys. I really don't know what they got. I kind of like Davis Warren, but I didn't see him at all last year, so I ain't gonna say I just want him to be the starter. But he can sling it. But we ain't seen him slinging enough for me to say he should be the starter. So that's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, it's dark. You can't even see me. Can you see my teeth? You can't see nothing. But yeah, that's what I got for this one, y'all. Hit a car to get donated. Now, boy, I don't need no donations that bad. I already got 2 cars. This is my work car. I got a Charger RT over there. I'll make a video in there because I know people be thinking, yeah, I'll make a video in the Charger RT. The only problem is you ain't going to be able to hear me because all that American muscle. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be able to hear me with the American muscle. You know what I'm saying? But, oh boy, Cameron Ship says, kiss me. What's happening? I'm about to get out of here because I don't know if Cameron is a dude or a girl. So it's time to get off of here. I'm at the crib anyway. I appreciate y'all joining me with the car live, chopping it up. You know, it was hammer time, so we had to do it. So, so like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.